Some of the best friends of us are our pets, and they're the very essence of unconditional love. Some people become so attached to their pets that they're like children to them. When you go in to speak to the animal, you need to realize that most animals don't understand the spoken word. So it's much more realistic to speak to animals in picture form and then telepathically transfer it to the animal's mind. Most animals don't intuitively send words, but send feelings, emotions, and images. So when I'm doing healings on dogs, cats, horses, etc., I will send them pictures. And like, for example, if a horse falls over and breaks its leg, I will send them a picture of the accident, and then I will send them a picture of a leg with a red light on it. And then normally they'll send me a picture of a leg with like where the red is, right? Because they know what that means, pain. But images are universal language. You with me? If I'm new to an animal and I want to know, for example, who its owner is or where it lives, I'll send it a picture of a house or a person, and then they'll send me back a picture of their owner or of the food that they get or of their house. Yeah, but you're sending them pictures and they're sending you pictures back. Okay? Animals will also often absorb feelings from their owners. They will die for their owners. So, for example, I've had a lot of pets who like develop arthritis because the owner would have developed arthritis. I've had a lot of pets that develop cancer to stop the owner from getting cancer. And like cats, when they're purring, actually emit the theta frequency.
What?
Cats, when they go, like they sit on your lap, they're actually making theta. Like that's the frequency they're in. I know, right? I know. Yeah. So when you want to communicate with animals, you just go up to Creator of all that is and you command to speak to that animal's higher self. And then normally you send the images through the higher self. Yeah. Some people don't care about the free will of animals. I'm not one of them. I will ask their higher self and I will work with the animal that way. I've never had an animal say no to a healing, but I've had animals show me some pretty horrible things that humans have done. And I've seen animals basically tell me that if I heal them, then the human's going to get sick, and then I have to actually work on the human before the animal will get better. Okay. It's very easy to work on animals, even from very long distances. They respond very quickly to healing like children. But first go up and ask their higher self for permission. And then you're literally imagining the animal and doing the belief work as if you were doing it with your inner child or as if you were doing it with any other part of you. It's the same thing with the animal. You're asking it questions and then it's giving you the answers. Make sense?
This question is not in pictures anymore.
You can send pictures, but you'll start, like for me, with animals and people, I hear the answers. So every time you saw me doing the inner child work, there wasn't one of you that doesn't know how to do that, right? So that's your clairaudience. Does that make sense?
But yeah, clairaudience, as I mean, for me, it's more about it in my mind. It's not like the sense of.
Yeah, that's fine. You can hear things in your mind. It's still clairaudience. Animals will speak to you that way. You'll hear it in your head. Telepathy is a weird thing. Because in my experience, telepathy is beyond language. Like when I'm working with people in other countries, and I often have clients that don't speak a word of English, they know what I've asked them. And I haven't said it, and I have a translator in the room. And they'll literally start telling the translator the answer to my question before the translator's had a chance to translate. So normally mind-to-mind communication is in images and pictures, but it happens so fast that your mind translates it into words because the communication's been received. But yeah, it's fine to work slowly in images, but you'll find that the answers move into language just because you're so used to communicating with English. Like, if an animal sends you a picture of being sad, you'll immediately say the animal's sad because you saw the picture of them like howling or crying, or you won't just send them back another image of you. Does that make sense? Yeah, so it's not natural to turn the images into words as you're moving along.
What plane is the higher self on?
A fifth plane. Higher self's on the fifth plane. You guys happy about how to work with animals? Simples?